Retaliation is a must, ain't no maybe ifs or buts. We took numerous trips around there, but lad, that's something I can't discuss. I don't wanna end up in cuffs.
Saatchi 1-4, get it straight. None of this 2-1 Saatchi nonsense, none of that. Saatchi 1-4. But point is, we're taking a trip to the inner west. Actually, no, we're not. I don't think. I swear Hooks is from the 2-7. Anyway, point is, he's from the 2-7, but he's from Doonside, and that's literally inner west. I mean, geographically it's not, but the way they side with people, they're in the OC, and the OC are calm with the inner west. But they're not calm with 1-4, and apparently this is another rude song. Now, you already saw Hooks in Fame. This guy has a lot of anger towards 1-4, so that's Saatchi 1-4. Now let's just take this in. Hooks too smart. Chill My Bar suggested this along with so many people. You also suggested Trump by A1 and J-Lex. I've texted A1. I'm talking to J-Lex. I'll try to slip into the conversation. So if the video comes out before this one, which I don't think it will, but if a video does come out in the near future, just know that J-Lex himself has approved of it. But the only reason it won't have come out is because it's a leak and it's unreleased. But I don't know if they'll release it like that because it has been leaked. It just stop leaking songs, guys. Like, you're hearing it from a reactor who reacts to music that gets officially released. Obviously with what was it? War With Us, YP, that's not getting released. YP is in jail. He doesn't need nonsense like that coming out. And Caesar apparently can't even affiliate with 1-4 like that. So that was an exception. But don't be leaking songs because it just puts rappers off of releasing a song. It's like if someone made a channel and somehow they got my videos before I actually uploaded them, and someone made the channel where they upload all my videos before I get to post them. Like, why would I then go and post the same video? Like, what's the point? You've already seen it. So just stop leaking songs, please, because it just ruins it for everyone. It ruins it for me because I can't react to the song. Ruins it for you because if you've already heard it, you can't even get more hype to the song now that someone else has got hype to the song. It's just a lose-lose situation, and it ruins it for the rappers because they can't make money off of the song. So just please stop leaking music. But without any further ado, Hooks too smart. Trap House. I don't know whose tag that is. He said Trap House. Point is, if you listen to Crash 2.0 by AM Skengdo, that same tag is at the start of the song. So already I know this is a certified drill producer on the track. This sounds drilly. Aye. I'm gassed, fam. Hey, mobs, that sounds wavy. Aye.
I'm too smart for the pigs, but I still show a cunt how to run this ball.
I'm too smart for the pigs, but I still show babe how to run this ball. The song hasn't even started. I'm gonna unzip the hoodie. I'm not gonna take it all off. I'm just gonna unzip it in preparation because this Hooks guy, he's an angry guy. He's a very angry man, fam. Huh?
These little dogs don't know about war. These little dogs don't know about scores.
Hey, what the fuck? Shooting 2 shots, I'll spray the cunt till it's empty. My main thing got her own money, see it dripping up in that Fendi. If they want beef, brother, send me. Fuck rap.
Dripping in that Fendi. Obviously, if you're wearing Fendi, you're dripping down, but I'm bracing myself for this. I'm bracing myself.
Get the job done. They talk and smoke scores. Hey, what the fuck? Shooting 2 shots, I'll spray the cunt till it's empty. My main thing got her own money, see it dripping up in that Fendi. If they want beef, brother, send me. Fuck rap, I'll get the job done. They talk and smoke till it fucking comes. I'll done in word to my mums.
Aye, talk and smoke until it comes. Who wants smoke? They don't want smoke. Now this guy said they talk about smoke, but when the smoke comes, then they're not talking about it anymore. Aye.
Pushing this and it, pushing that. When I see them out, they're all bums. Drop 2 racks on this Louis bag. They go 50-50 on one. They make...
That is sick! This jumper. You see this jumper? You see this jumper? Over. Aye, this guy said he spent 2 racks. What do you spend 2 racks? I need to hear it again. I forgot, fam. Aye.
Pushing this and it, pushing that. When I see them out, they're all bums.
Aye.
Drop 2 racks on this Louis bag. They go 50-50 on one.
He dropped 2 racks on this Louis bag. Was it 2 racks or 2 bags? Point is, he spent either 2,000 or 200 on this Louis bag, yeah. So he can spend that much on one. And this guy said, fam, they go 50-50 on one. It's just rude. There's not even like a bar like that, but it's just how rude it is. It's just a subtle flex. He said, "Oh, I spent so much on this." They have to share. Like, they have to both contribute just to make the money that I make. Fam, this Hooks guy, man.
They make songs, I make funds. Psh, don't chat to me about paper.
Aye, they make songs, I make funds. Obviously, you don't even need to. If you think of Australian drill, there's only one group who comes to your head, and they're the ones making songs. Plus, visually, when was the last time you saw a red flare in a video? I'll give you 2 seconds to just spot the difference between them and 1-4. Fam, this guy.
Your main squeeze, not babysitting, but I spray my kids on her makeup.
Huh? No!
Bag, they go 50-50 on one. They make songs, I make funds. Psh, don't chat to me about paper. Your main squeeze, not babysitting, but I spray my kids on her makeup. You can.
This guy said he's spraying his kids on someone's makeup, but they're not babysitting. There's no need for that, man. There's no need for that. That's someone's daughter you're talking about. She was carried in a womb for 9 months. To be put in a bar like that. Where's the respect? Obviously, feminist movement and that. This is where feminists need to step in. Women are getting disrespected left, right, and centre. Fam.
Back, I can't date her. To me, bride, just hoes.
Huh?
That's sad, cause
what's this guy talking about?
Squeeze, not babysitting, but I spray my kids on her makeup. You can have her back, I can't date her.
Huh?
To me, bride, just hoes. That's sad, cause but you'll take her back. Hashtag relationship goals.
He said, I can't date her, take her back. But you'll have her back. Hashtag relationship goal. This guy actually hates them. What have they done to him? Someone tell me, what happened to this guy in the 2-7? What happened to him on Mountie? Because something's happened to him and it scarred him because he's got hatred for the ops. Like, I know people beef them and they say, oh, F the ops and that, but like, this guy means it. Fam!
Up and then fold. Shots fly if I call that burner. Fucking oath, I'm a pretty cunt, but test me and we'll see who'll take this further. Never seen a yard before. I'm too smart for the pigs, but I still show a cunt how to run this ball. Talking out of his chest till he got checked, now he's not sure. We pick pucks and squeeze. These little dogs don't know about war. These little dogs don't know about scores. I seen plenty cunts who looked the part, but not.
Obviously, we've said countless. No, I've said countless times about the fact that the word dog, you don't go there. And in the group chat, someone called not even in the group chat, but the point is the word dog. Like, I was watching, who was I watching? David B. Wyland, and obviously in America he said, oh, that's my dog, but like that's like you're saying that's my bro. But in Australia, if you call someone a dog,
red card them, man, I feel red card them.
All sorts of red flags. And he's saying they don't know anything about war, but they've got a song called Ready for War. And then another song called War with this Hooks guy. Maybe he is too smart, because every time I hear him, he's just dissecting any good song 1-4 have made.
Need a part and then fold. Heard heavy cunts all talking tough and then getting cuffs and then told. If it's money cuz I'm involved. Pop shots and throw away the burner. Started with half a Z, but as you can see I'm a real quick learner. Now feds have phones when my ones urge. They know what's good. If they want war, then we squeeze first. Like fuck a defense, whole team strike if they touch my turf.
F a defense, whole thing strikes if you touch my turf. Now he's talking about football. This guy is too smart. Also, what is it in Fame when he said what did he say? When I press that line, then they press decline or something. Yeah, that's similar to when Lex said they hit Control Alt Delete. So this guy always picking apart 1-4. I'm catching a ball from another song in a different reaction, but point is I just wanted to get that across. I was thinking about it this morning, and he really picked apart something from every 1-4 song. The message, spot the difference, Ben 10, Shanks and Shivs. He really picked them apart.
Who's worse? For my blood, I'll take that mission. Streets not safe when my ones lurk. I've never seen a yard before.
Streets not safe when my ones lurk. That's such a bar. Streets ain't safe when my ones. I've heard a lot about the Sydney streets, and he's saying the reason they're not safe is because when my ones are lurking, stay at home, fam.
Smart for the pigs, but I still show a cunt how to run this ball. Talking out of his chest till he got checked, now he's not sure. We pick pucks and squeeze. These little dogs don't know about war. These little dogs don't know about scores. I've never seen a yard before. I'm too smart for the pigs, but I still show a cunt how to run this ball. Talking out of his chest till he got checked, now he's not sure. We pick pucks and squeeze. These little dogs don't know about war. These little dogs don't know about scores.
We pick pucks and squeeze. These little dogs don't know about war. We pick pucks and squeeze. These little dogs don't know about war. Check the score. Fuck off.
Gonna say something that's gonna anger a lot of people, but in terms of drill, obviously I haven't heard Hooligan Hef's Off Guard or No Effect. There's a lot of Hooligan Hef songs I haven't heard. But from what I've heard, drill solos from Australia, can any rival that? I mean, you tell me. Like, drill, Lissy, Say Less, that wasn't drill. That wasn't drill. Yeah, literally, from the top of my head, I can't think of a solo. So one person on the track the whole time that can top this. Drill, like I was saying to Enzo, drill is supposed to be rude. And if it's not rude, it's not drill. Because drill, to perform a drill, that action itself, it's not like you're taking someone out for a meal, you're not helping someone with their homework. You're doing a drill on this person. You're performing a drill on this person, yeah. Like, point is, drill is this. This is drill. You're supposed to have hatred to the people you're addressing. You're not addressing an audience, you're addressing the ops. You're addressing the people that you're beefing, and you're supposed to be, like, it's like defamation of character. Someone's built up this mad persona, and the whole point of drill is that you just tear it down. You just wipe it off. Don't let people have any reason to believe that your ops are on it. And we've seen that from early in drill. CB take that risk, just embarrassing the ops. Lowski Hazard's just pure rudeness. PS on his multiple solos from back in the day. No Safety, so many. But in terms of this Hooks guy, obviously from the verse I heard of him on Fame, I could tell there was anger between him and the boys down in Mount Druitt. But after hearing his solo, so he is the center of attention, he's actually carried the whole song for a good 2 minutes, rapping rudeness. I have to respect it, because that's what drill's about, and he's actually performed drill to a good standard, a very good standard. I don't really rate songs out of 10, but I just give them a verbal, kind of a verbal rating. And Hook's too smart. I'm just angry that it's against 1-4, but obviously with YP and Lex locked up, that gives JM and Spenny the chance to drop duos and even solos, and whether or not they can top this remains to be seen. They have it in them, they definitely have it in them, but yeah, we just have to wait and see. But that was rude. Anyway, Instagram's on the screen, Snapchat's on the screen. DM me on Instagram if you want to be a part of the group chat. I'm kicking people out if they're not active, so there will always be a spot for you. But yeah, just thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again soon.